JT coin for another survival skill. Well, today we're in my kitchen because it's raining pretty hard outside, so I thought we'd just do some training and show you how to make pemmican here in my kitchen. Pemmican has been around forever. We use it a lot on our long-term trips. It keeps well, easy to make, and quite frankly, I've never been able to purchase ready-made pemmican that I like. So I usually make my own recipes, and I can season it just the way I like it. So today we're going to make a small batch. I like to make it in small batches. Small batch of buffalo pemmican. So I'm starting with 1 pound of fresh bison from U.S. Wellness Meats. It's a great product. It comes very lean. The bison's always very lean, and you want a very lean meat. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of finely chopped apricots, a 1/4 cup of dried apricots, and then a 1/4 cup of sliced almonds. I like the sliced almonds. I like the taste. And then I'm going to put about a shot of fresh honey in there. I'm going to mix that all in a bowl and then add some rendered fats. What I use also from Wellness Meats is pure beef lard. What I like about this, you don't have to do a lot of straining or anything else. If you buy it from your local butcher, you'll have to strain that lard out to get all the chunks and other stuff out of it. When this comes, it's nice and clear and perfect, and it tastes great. So that's my products. So let me get set up here and we'll be right back. So what I've done is I've taken that 1 pound of ground bison and I spread it evenly, just crumbled it over 2 cookie sheets, and I placed it in my oven at 180 degrees. That's about the lowest setting on my oven. And I leave it in there to dry for 6.5 hours. At the end of 6.5 hours, it's crumbly. We took that at 6.5 hours, I put it in a food processor, and we ground it all up, and it ends up in a nice fine powdery mix like this. What I added then was once the meat was all chopped up and fine and powdered, then I added that 1/4 cup of apricots and a 1/4 cup of almonds and a 1/4 cup of dried cranberries, and I blended it all up, and the fruit ends up being nice, small, tiny little pieces. It kind of gets lost in the flavor of everything, so what I like to do is add a couple of layers of really large chunks of apricot. So I'll just chop up 1 or 2 here. I'll rough cut up these cranberries. Try not to get my fingers in there. And I got a little handful of pecans. I love the flavor of the pecans. We're just going to roughly chop all that up and add that to this mix. So now I've got everything ready to go. I have one more ingredient to add, and that'll be the lard. So I get this from Wellness Meats, and it comes in a nice container. Everything ships really well from those. I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup, and then stir that up and see how we do. So I'm just going to mix that around. So one of the tips everyone always tells you is if you're going to a cold environment, add more fat, and if you're going to a warm environment, add less fat. Mostly it has to do with how well it keeps and how easy it is to eat when you're done. What I'm looking for here is well mixed, but not soggy, not too soggy. This will harden as it cools and become like a brownie when we cut it into squares. That's looking pretty good. Let's see. I think maybe just another little dash. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little cookie pan and I'm going to divide this into half. And you'll see why I'm going to do it in half here in just a sec. I'm going to put it on one side, make a thin layer, spread it out. Now I've got half the mix left over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some cayenne pepper. I'm going to take 1 dash of cayenne pepper in there, maybe 2. Mix that around. That'll give a little kick. Then when I'm on the trail and I'm bored, I pull this stuff out of my pack. I won't know whether it's spicy or mild until I actually bite it, so I won't label these as spicy. Just be surprised when it happens. I'm always amazed at how much the ground beef or ground bison shrinks as it dries. But it definitely reduces considerably. So if you're thinking about making 4 or 5 pounds of this, it's going to take a lot of ground beef. There we go. So I got about 3/4 of a pan. I'll put this in the fridge, let it harden, and I'll slice it into bars. About 200 calories per 1 ounce serving. It'll keep 4 or 5 months. We used it on many trails. What I like to do is, before I go on a hike, I always make this batch up as fresh as I can so it's ready to go. Hope you try the recipe. Hope you like it. It's one of my favorites. Thanks for watching.